So, Bards, on the day that they've told us that spearmint leaves and green frogs are no longer in existence, Adam Wedlock makes a return.
Welcome back, Wedders.
Where have you been, Wedders?
Not missing you, Pear. I'll give you the tip. I've been moving house. I've been lugging furniture. I've been dealing with delivery people that want to use your bathroom.
It's taking you that long to move house. I thought you actually had picked it up, put it on your back, and you were walking it up Kooyong Road or something.
No, I'm still waiting on Telstra to get us connected to internet, telephone and Foxtel.
How are your neighbours?
We actually haven't met any of our neighbours yet. I think they're...
Well, you've met them through their internet connection, haven't you?
Are you insinuating that I'm stealing someone's internet connection?
I just don't know. If you've told me you don't have internet, how are we doing this show?
You don't have to steal it. You go knock on their door, offer them half price of what their unlimited plan is, and hook in.
Put on your best dress, darling. Can't you see the time is right? There will never be another tonight. Yeah! Come on!
All right, Bards. Scores.
Hawthorn 16-18, 114 to the Injectors 11-10-76.
Now, Mrs. Barden didn't like the cake that I sent her.
Yeah, still love that cake. She seemed a little bit offended.
Anyway, bad kicking's bad football, 16-18. You had your spread that you wanted in goals, but you had the same spread in points, didn't you?
Yeah, we're a little bit short in the goals. We only had 8. I'd like to break that double figures, but 8's not too bad. Yeah, but there's some very questionable kicking for goal, and there's a couple of out, or at least one out on the floor, I think. And one bloke who failed to kick it over the man in the mark from about 4 metres out, so we should have increased that spread.
And where does Gibbo nearly kick his first goal?
I think he was potentially considering his celebration rather than actually kicking the goal. But that wasn't the worst shot of the day, and Bards has alluded to Johnny Segler's effort from 3 yards out to kick it no higher than sort of head height. But I think by and large we pretty much had that in control, that game after half-time, and obviously Sammy Mitchell had a bit of fun with a couple of the Essendon boys late on.
Well, there wasn't much to do by the last quarter, but I've got to say the first quarter, it was a bit of drudgery, wasn't it? The way they just tried to clog up the game, put 2 spare men in defence, didn't get the ball past half-forward line, kept bombing back in. It was just only a matter of time, really, wasn't it? And hopefully it's only a matter of time before James Hurd's gone.
Well, look, it's there for the world to see that the man cannot coach.
So you want him sacked because it's James Hurd and you want him to suffer, but then as long as he's coaching, Essendon are going to be rubbish, so maybe we should just leave him there.
The other disappointment for me, Bards, was the fact that Hawthorn didn't put 20-goal win on the board and facilitate the man sacking, because it's going to happen sooner rather than later. I don't know who they've got over the next month, but they're just not a very good football team.
Whoever they've got, most of them will be above them, I can guarantee that.
Well, what they did do was bring some guys back into form for us, and one of those was Ruffy, but I won't preempt your votes, Bards, but what were your votes?
You just did preempt him, mate. Ruffy had 5, that is a ripper game of football. 29 disposals for a centre-half forward, but he was playing on the ball. 7 tackles, 7 clearances, 4 inside 50s. His score involvements were something like 20-odd, so it was ridiculous. 4 to Mitchell, 3 to Piopolo, 2 to Jure, and 1 to Gunston. And Gunston probably could have been grabbing 4 if he had a kick straight.
I think you're a bit stiff with Shields. I thought he played all right. Wedders, didn't you?
He goes unnoticed.
I've made a blue there somehow, but too late. I've committed.
It's like the voice. If you don't hit the button, you don't go round.
Shields is the one guy, though, that you actually don't notice a whole lot of the hard work that he does. He's just that guy in the team that people will say, well, he's probably the midfielder that maybe first drop, but then you look at his numbers at the end of the game and you say, well, yeah, he's had the best part of 30 with a dozen tackles, and it just goes unrewarded, a lot of it. And yeah, his game on the weekend was great.
Agreed.
All right, well, there's only one last thing I thought we should talk about from that game, and it was Frawley going down again. Shoulder injury, but some good news. He's only out for 3 to 4 weeks.
It sounds like they're going to roll the dice, not go into surgery, and see what they can get out of him for the rest of the year. So hopefully it's not too major. I'm not sure if he's got a history of shoulder injuries, but yeah, hopefully they can strap it up and he can be right.
And where does the good news is Matty Spanger could be available.
Well, you think he's the most likely, but one thing Clarko does better than anybody, any coach in modern times, is he's able to throw the side around. You see Roughhead playing largely through the guts on the weekend because he was probably going to be a little ineffective up forward against Hurley. But so I'm sure that Clarkson's got a plan in mind, and it may be, playing show and makers forward and potentially Roughhead across half back. There are lots of things we can do. We've got so much versatility. I'm not really in favour of a bloke who's had his shoulder come out of its socket, missing 3 weeks, and then us rolling the dice, but see how we go.
Well, seeing how we go, let's go and take a break and be back. Well, Bards blast.
I don't have a blast as such, mate, but I reckon we'll increase this wall of flogs. What do you reckon?
Yeah, Wedders, you're okay with increasing the wall of flogs? There's a few to add here. Can I start it off? Because it's not Bards' wall of flog, it's just the wall of flogs, don't you reckon?
Yeah, I agree.
Is that fair?
Yeah, sounds fair.
Okay, well, last week we forgot to put on Graham Corns. So up he goes. Bards, your nomination?
No, it's a pretty obvious one, mate. Jimmy boy, James Hird. Get on the wall.
Yeah, not much needs to be said there. Then I'm going to add Adam Goods.
The squirrel grip.
Careful.
Well, look at this picture. The picture says 1,000 words, and any journo who wonders why people boo the bloke, there's evidence itself, isn't it?
Oh.
And then my last nomination, and it is filling up fast, isn't it, is Guy McKenna. What didn't he notice when he was coaching the Gold Coast?
He managed to get himself sacked at the right time.
Well, Rodney Eade certainly bought a lot of time, hasn't he? He can't be expected to create miracles from that mess.
There's one more for the Wall of Flogs, and we're going to have to do it as a group of people so I don't have to actually name a Hawthorn person. So can you put the MRP up there, please?
Beat me to it, Bards.
Sorry, Adam.
A week for Franklin and Tippett.
It's purely based on the colour of your jumper.
Hey, I was thinking about another nomination, and that was the guy who counts the crowd at the MCG, because how can you get a crowd of exactly 62,500? Was that a rounding error?
That could be possible, Grant. It might have been just a couple short and someone's gone turnstile a couple of times.
That just seems too round. Round up to the nearest 2,500.
You could probably throw in the interchange official for the Richmond-Sydney game on Thursday night.
Talking the Richmond game, Ray Chamberlain was umpiring, and he definitely needs to go onto the Wall of Flogs.
This is going to be a big wall. You're reading China, see if we can borrow theirs.
This is going to be the Great Wall of Flogs, I reckon.
Well, once we've caught up, we should be right.
All right. Well, that's enough of the middle section of the Great Wall of Flogs, and we better come back with the preview. Well, Collingwood, Friday night, MCG, $4 shop, a replacement game for us. Bards, are you coming?
Well, 50-50 at this stage, Grant. Depends on work.
What's that? Is that because you're worried about leaving just before you have to sing the song? Because we did note you went before that happened.
I did, Grant. It was a matter of waiting 10 minutes for the trainer or an hour and 10 minutes, so I scooted it out. I did watch the end of the game from the lower concourse before I disappeared.
So, Wedders, what do you think about blokes that leave early?
Oh, kid stuff. That's red hot coming from you. You rocked up at half-time of the St Kilda game.
Don't get me started on the traffic.
You pay your money, you pay your membership, you're reserved to leave whenever you damn well please. I'll stop Bards on this. I walked out at half-time against the Dogs in 2009 when they kicked the first 14 goals of the game. I went home. I wasn't sitting there watching that dross.
You're still going on about that game, aren't you?
Oh, I'm angry.
All right, well, Collingwood, this one's an interesting one, isn't it? Because they're up and about because they know the grand final's in October and they never win a grand final in September, so they think they're half a chance. Should we be worried, Bart?
Delusional is what Collingwood are, mate. I've got one person here who said Collingwood will win a flag before Hawthorn win another one. That's delusional, so we should be right here, mate. Look, they're going all right, but they've struggled against the better sides, and I don't think that we're going to have too much trouble taking care of them.
Where do you think we'll take them apart?
on every single line. They've effectively got no hope of winning this game. They have no idea how to beat Hawthorn, and far be it from me to spruik betting sites on our little show here, but $1.25 is better than bank interest. They've beaten almost nobody, Collingwood. Their ladder position is completely inflated. Travis Cloak is a mug. Dane Swan is old, and Scott Pendlebury is injured. They have no chance.
So what did you think about their game against Freo last Thursday? Because they came pretty close, and they travelled.
I didn't think about their game against Freo.
Freo are in a similar position. I've never known a side to be 10-1 and so unconvincing while they're at it.
They were beaten by Richmond over there a couple of weeks ago. Have a look at recent history between Hawthorn and Collingwood. They haven't got close to us for years.
All right, well, on that note, nearest to the pin, Bards.
33 points.
Wedders.
86 points.
All right, well, I'm going 37. And a nice, short, sharp show because it's Friday. So, go Hawks.
That'll
Go. You blokes are weak. Have a go. 36 points, 37 points.
You give me great material. I'm going to do that on the outtake.
Have a go, you mutt. Friggin' bet hedges. 36 points. Friggin' hell.
I've gone big all year. I've just gone safe.